GATE 2019 results are likely to be announced. After the result, students will be wondering for the admission procedure in IITs, NITs, ISCs, and students will be interested to know what are the chances in the public sector selections and what is the procedure of the selection. To find the answers of all these questions for post-GATE strategy, we have today with us Mr. D.K. Arora. He is expert of public sector examination preparation and he is a faculty in MEDIG interview team. Mr. Rohit Kumar Rajput, he has done MTech from IIT Roorkee and in hydraulics engineering, also selected in engineering services examination. Mr. Harshit Gangwar, he is doing MTech from NIT Jaipur in transportation engineering. So we will discuss one by one public sectors, admissions in MTech, in IITs, in NITs, in other colleges, and the other opportunities for engineers after the GATE. And finally, I am B. Singh, Chairman and Managing Director, MEDIG Group. So now my first question is, Arora ji, aapse hai. For civil engineers, GATE and after GATE, MTech is important or PSUs is important?
It's purely a function of an individual's
Decision. Okay.
Some people want to start their career after doing post-graduation. And some people, yes, for them, taking up a job is of prime importance.
Yeah, although it is individual decision, but what we have seen, branch-wise, the decision matters. When we see computer science, electronics, they are more towards
They are only towards
masters.
MTech, yes. They prefer
But for the civil
masters.
students, normally we have seen public sector becomes the
Job opportunities
preference.
are plenty for civil engineers in PSUs and through GATE.
Okay.
That's the more important part.
Right. So if I talk about the public sectors,
Right.
what are the major PSUs and how to apply
See, the major PSUs for civil engineers
on GATE basis?
on GATE basis, I'll start with the top of the line, the research institution, which is Bhabha Atomic Research Center,
Okay.
BARC. Then we have ONGC, Iocl, HPCL. These are the oil marketing companies. Then we have NHAI had done a very major recruitment based on GATE score itself.
Right.
That was about a year back. Then NBCC, they again do recruitments through GATE. Then we have Power Grid Corporation. We have NHPC and PHDC. They are two organizations who are doing directly through GATE.
Rohit, you got the excellent rank in GATE and you are working in Iocl as of now. Why you opted for Iocl, not the other PSUs, and what is the procedure of selection in PSUs?
So Indian Oil is a great company to work with, and it's a Fortune 500 company, and it's a pan-India organization, and the locations are in north. Majority of the locations are in north, so it was a chance of getting closer to my home state, and the selection criteria was basic qualification was through GATE, and after that, and a personal interview was conducted, and group discussion was also there. So the combined score of group discussion and personal interview, whose weightage was 20%, and GATE score was given the importance of around 80%. So the combined rank was created.
Okay. So when any student want to take a decision after the GATE score, first, which PSU would be first preference, second, third? What will be your recommendation?
Sir, according to me, the individual's choice is equally important, but in terms of location wise, Indian Oil is the best, and ONGC's material management post is also good.
Excellent.
That's excellent.
That's
And
excellent, really.
ONGC for civil engineers is also relatively good because in drilling and other things, they have to go offshore. So people leave that and come into IOCL.
Okay.
And Airport Authority slightly pays less, 15,000. It's marginally less, but it's
work
the best.
culture.
Work culture is good. The locations
Location is
are
good.
very good. And it's 5-day job. In IOCL, it's 6-day job. In ONGC, it's 5-day job.
For MMO.
For MMO.
Yes.
Harshit, what is your opinion on PSUs?
Sir, on PSUs, it is good to opt for PSUs if the second option is if we are preparing for ESE and GATE. So the PSU is the best because we get 2 days holidays. The workload is not that much as compared to private sectors, and the salary we get is also good one. So we can compare it the balance between the private sector and government sector. It is good to go for PSU.
Right. In my opinion, after the gate, if you have a good rank and you are expecting the call for the PSUs, I will suggest PSUs would be the preference over the MTech, especially for civil students.
Yes.
Reason why? One is that after the MTech also the placements are of the range of 12 to 13 lakh, 15 lakh, 16 lakh
Right.
for civil students. And in PSUs also you are getting the package between 10 to 20 lakhs. So monetary you are not on very
You're not
advantage
really
side
losing.
after the
Exactly,
MTech. Secondly, those of students who are planning for the civil services or engineering services, they definitely want to get a time for the preparation. In some colleges of IISc, IITs, it is difficult to get much time for the study because the MTech courses are very hectic. So PSUs are advantageous on this aspect also. Now, when we come to the preference of the department, definitely several parameters come into the picture, like what is your hometown, what is your future aim, and then what is your interest and strength. So normally, as the Rohit told, material management job in ONGC and
yes.
IOCL and NHAI and Airport Authority of India you are talking about, these are normally preferred departments. But anyway, opportunities once you get, then you can compare. As of now, you have to apply for all the PSUs unless and until you have the job in hand. And the selection procedure, as Aurora sir told, it depends what is type of PSU. So there may be GD also, there may be direct interview also. Right. So when I take the next question is on the admission in MTech. Rohit, you took admission in IIT Roorkee in hydraulics engineering, right? So what is the workload in IITs and whether the students can prepare for the competitive exam parallelly to the MTech?
So what I feel is कि सबसे पहले हमें we have to be clear what we want to do after this preparation time. Whether we want
You mean to say what is ultimate aim?
ultimate aim,
Yes.
whether
Right.
we want a job or placement from an IIT, what we're expecting out of that. Whether we want to pursue research, any kind of PhD from foreign institute or even from Indian IITs, and whether we want to prepare for civil services or engineering services.
Hmm.
So if the aim is for purely of research, so in my point of view, IISCs, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, and IIT Kharagpur are the best. These are the in the same order.
Bombay,
Bombay, Madras, and Kharagpur.
They are almost parallel.
They are almost parallel, but slightly below IISc Bangalore.
On what basis? These are you're talking about placements?
No, I'm not talking about the placements. In IISc Bangalore for civil engineering, the placement is not that good as I've heard from the friends and my
Okay.
seniors. But the
That is
research opportunities.
Good institute for research.
Yes, exactly. The research opportunities that you'll be getting, the exposure that you'll be getting for foreign universities, and it's slightly better as compared to other IITs. And you can keep IIT Delhi, Kanpur at same level, and Roorkee is slightly, I will say, a bit below in terms of research opportunities because it's in touch with North, in touch with Delhi, so the people are more oriented towards engineering services or civil services.
Fee structure is Roorkee is also
Slightly less.
slightly less. So
And if you want to prepare for engineering services, so I will say the branches like CET, construction engineering and management of IIT Delhi, and a few branches in IIT Roorkee like
Including
hydraulics engineering, hydrology, and environment and transportation as well. The people there prepare well, and if you want to go for placements are more or less same in all the IITs in civil engineering, but a bit better in Bombay.
In IIT Roorkee, there are some other specializations also which are less preferred, like underground structures, rock engineering, unconventional type of the branches. What is the placement scenario of unconventional streams?
Sir, there are many unconventional streams like IIT Delhi gives rock engineering, and these are unique branches in my point of view.
Right, geomatics.
IIT Roorkee gives you earthquake engineering to study.
Right.
IIT Kanpur gives you aerospace engineering to study.
Right.
So these are unique in itself. So they'll be giving slightly edge if you are pursuing research in them.
Okay.
But in terms
But
of
not for
placement is
placements.
concerned, as far as placement is concerned,
They are less demanding.
they are
in
less
industry.
demanding in industry. And but earthquake engineering, there is a branch structural dynamics, and people usually don't prefer that. But the placement of structural dynamics is as good as and slightly over structural engineering also. in
IIT
IIT
Kanpur
Roorkee.
also offers infrastructure engineering,
Yes,
and that again good for the research work, right?
exactly.
So I'm taking the next question with you, Harshit.
Yes, sir.
CCMT is the procedure of selection in NITs.
Yes, sir.
What is CCMT exactly?
Yes, sir.
When the forms will be coming out?
Yes, sir.
And next question I will take up for which college
Yes, sir.
should be the
So as you know, the counseling procedure for NITs is done centralized. So CCMT is centralized counseling for NITs. It includes about 44 colleges, out of which 21 NITs are there. So the whole procedure for the NITs, we should not go to the individual NITs to get
Okay.
admission in them. We can register at a common portal CCMT. All the seats and the branches will be displayed over there, and in 2 rounds. In the first round, we have 3 rounds, and the second one is a spot round.
Right.
So as the branches are available, we can fill in our preference order, and when the result will come, we can go to the reporting centers, which are mainly the NITs in our nearest area,
Okay.
where we can go for seat confirmation, document verification,
Right.
and after that we can go to the allotted institute for
Okay.
admission.
Okay, so once you have filled any sequence of choices,
Yes.
when is the chance to change?
So, like when the results are displayed on the
After
website.
every round?
Yes, sir. After every round, so we have three options. with
Round
it.
1, round 2, round
Yes,
3.
sir. So in each round, we can freeze our choice,
Right.
that we are satisfied with our choice,
Or
and
you
we
want
are.
to change?
In changing, we have two options. One is freezing, one is sliding. Freezing means हम एक कॉलेज से सेकंड कॉलेज में जा सकते हैं.
Right.
Sliding means मतलब कि एक
Within
ही
a college, you can go for the other branch.
higher preference we can go.
Okay.
So likewise, the procedure goes for it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And in which month the forms will be released?
So the forms will be released after the gate.
April, April,
in
mid
April.
of April.
Yes, sir.
Right. And the procedure of CCMT will continue, and maybe by the May.
It will go on
Middle
till
of May.
July.
Middle of May is the
June.
last date.
In July, the classes start for
Right.
all the NIT.
And last round is the spot round also. When
In a sport round, the specialty is that we have to pay the fees of about 40,000. If we get the admission in it, we can pay the balance
remaining
fee
fees.
at the allotted
Otherwise, it will be
institute.
refunded.
Otherwise, it will be refunded. But it is not the case that we have got the seat in a sport round and we want to withdraw from it. So
Then
we
that fees will
will be
be
forfeited.
forfeited.
Yes.
Many of the institutes spot round falls on the same date, so you have to decide accordingly.
Right.
Yes,
which
sir.
The
institute.
spot round is a
Clash.
very judicious selection.
Yes.
Sometimes
Exactly.
Yes,
you
sir.
are reaching in a college where there is good stream available, no one has opted, and now you get a chance.
Yes,
But
sir.
on this spot, you have to take the decision and you have to
Yes,
submit the
spot
balance. Right. So when I take the sequence of the NITs,
Yes, sir.
what is your rating on the basis of placements or on the basis of academics?
Acha. So if we come to the placement scene, firstly, I want to say that we are not getting a PSU or good IIT, so we are coming to the NIT. So, but even the top 5 and 6 NITs are better than the lower IITs like IIT Ropar, IIT Mandi. So we can go for the branches or college order as NIT Tirchi is the best. It is considered the best. And the second one is NIT Warangal, NIT Surat
Right.
at third place, NIT Calicut.
Right.
These top 4 NITs are very good. We can think that our future is secure in them.
Right.
And after that, 3-4 NITs like NIT Jaipur, NIT Rourkela, NIT Allahabad, these are also good for
Right.
placement.
And where you rate the DTU
DTUs
as
are.
compared to NITs?
So we should go for DTU because it has the advantage that it is in Delhi.
Okay.
So we can.
Those students who want to be in touch with competitive environment
Yes,
or
sir.
any
Yes,
from
sir.
other regions, they want to be
they
in
should
Delhi.
come to DTU.
DTU.
Yes, sir.
Right. Normally, DTU Delhi and NIT Delhi, normally students prefer the DTU as
Yes,
compared
sir.
to NIT. It is a old college and
Yes, sir.
placements are
In
also
NIT Delhi, the branches are not more for civil engineering. We don't have
very
M10
limited
branch.
because it is
So-
new college.
Yes, sir. So we go for DTU.
Right. Rohit, when we rate the specialization streams, which would be your first, second, third, and fourth preference?
Sir, as the general trend follows, people go for structures.
Right.
and then they follow the
Geotech,
geotechnical,
right.
and then the transportation environment according to the preference,
Right.
and then the water resource, hydrology, and other things.
Right.
But if a person wants to continue the research in his or his own
But some
desired
students
stream,
they take the construction planning management also at
In
number
Delhi.
3 and 4 in Delhi, IIT Delhi.
in IIT Delhi especially,
Right.
it hardly goes par 150 All India rank in
Right.
GATE in IIT Delhi for construction engineering
Right.
management. But if a person want to pursue research, he can go for any stream. But
Right.
in terms of placement is concerned, only structural dynamics, these kind of branches placement is relatively
Better.
good as compared to other branches.
Right. What is Arora ji, the procedure of admission and selection in ISC Bangalore?
ISC Bangalore gives direct admission to the top rankers. Let's say the candidates with the gate rank of maybe under 50, they get direct admits. And then there is a process of the subsequent ranks. They are
Right.
called
So
for
usually
interview.
there are the 3 different kind of the courses
Right.
in ISC.
Right.
One is the MTech directly based on GATE
That's
score.
based on the GATE
Second
score.
is the MTech, which is after the interview. And this course will give you opportunity even for the students up to rank 200, 300. There is a
Up
chance
to
they can
300
get the
also.
call.
Yes.
A very
they can get.
comprehensive interview.
That's
And
right.
third
Totally
is the
technical
research
interview.
integrated program,
Right.
which is MS, where again the interview is required.
I'd
Yes,
like to add one thing about ISC Bangalore. The best thing is they allot the branches, means after one semester
okay.
of coursework.
So initially you join as a master course and then a specialization will be
Specialization
allotted.
they'll
By
allot
that
after.
time you also have sufficient knowledge and
Exactly.
information about the course and you can judge your
many
candidature.
of the lower ranked people, they prepare well, and 70-30 ratio is there. 70% for the gate score and 30% for the coursework's marks that
Okay,
they obtain
first
for
semesters.
first semester.
First
Six
semesters.
courseworks are there.
So it's still there a chance to get the better.
Reshuffling will be there, and you'll be allotted a better if you perform for 6 course in that first
Right.
semester.
NITI is also one of the options for the engineering graduates
civil
and which is
engineers
open
as well.
for all these streams.
All the branches. All the
And
branches.
3 type of the courses which are open from the GATE scorecard. And out of these PGDIE and PGTPM,
They
these
are-
2 are very prominent courses, especially PGDIE.
Yes.
So what is the selection criteria in the
The
postgraduate
selection
diploma in industrial
criteria
engineering?
for admission to NITI is based on gate score. Yes, that is the first cutoff. Approximate score of around 700 would be making you eligible for the next part of the process. They have group discussion, they have interview. And the best part is, even if your gate score is not very high, you can still...
If your
hope to get
academics is
admission.
good
Yes,
and interview
absolutely.
you do well
Yes.
and in GD
Yes.
also you are taking edge
You
over
can.
the others, still you can excel.
Yes.
There are 5 marks for your 10th score.
Up to what GATE score students may expect call for NITI?
The gate score are around 700.
Right.
That is the ballpark figure. It can
For the
go
general
down.
category
It can-
and OBC you're
we are
talking
talking
about.
about general category, yes.
Right.
And then there is reduction
Maybe,
for the
yeah,
other
right.
categories. Yes.
Right.
And
So if you wish to pursue your career from NITI in postgraduate diploma in industrial engineering, it is a good college. Placements are excellent. And almost all these students get these 1 or 2, in fact, maybe double placements. And the packages are very impressive, which start from 12 lakhs and up to 20 lakhs and beyond, even beyond more. And
highest-
average coming
yes.
out around 16, 17
16,
lakhs.
17. Exactly.
So
yes.
the placements are even parallel, or you can say in some cases better than IITs. The only one thing which has to be considered, placements and the course is interdisciplinary
It's
course,
interdisciplinary.
which is common for the all streams. So in case you are looking for your specialized course in civil engineering in structure or maybe geotech or environment, then you have to opt for the IITs or NITs, right? And PSUs always have been a preference for the civil engineers. In PSUs, we can categorize in 2 categories. One who take directly interview, and second who take
Yes.
this GD and maybe
GD and
again followed by interview.
other steps
So
are
is
required.
this GD eliminative or is this GD is a part of the selection?
GD is elimination round only for HPCL for civil engineers.
Okay.
There is one more PSU where it is elimination round, which is BPCL, but they are not recruiting civil engineers.
Okay.
So for civil engineers, the only place where the GD acts as an elimination round is HPCL.
HPC.
In all other cases, it's just qualifying. You have
Okay.
to score a minimum 40%, that means 2 out of 5 to be able to be in consideration zone. Other than that, there is no elimination
Right.
at the GD.
And normally in personal interview, what are the areas which students should prepare for the interviews?
See, interviews in most of the PSUs
Right.
would have two components.
Right.
The ratio may vary. It can be 15% non-technical, 85% technical. It could be
50-50.
30-70. It could be 50-50.
Right.
Depending on the rank of the
Rank,
candidate.
situation, interest,
Absolutely.
and at the time of interview, the beginning of your interview,
The way you start, really.
The way you
And
start.
also on the PSU.
also on
And the PSU.
nature of
Yes.
PSU.
Because
And
in,
the PSU.
in HPCL, the people, my friends in my interview also, the whole interview went on HR rounds only. HR, total
Totally.
HR was there.
Okay.
And in
And when you go
Indian
for
Oil,
the
it was technical as well. In material management, it was totally on the basis of contracts, tenders, the material management
ONGC?
handbook. Yeah, in
ONGC,
ONGC material management, it was based on contracts, tender,
right.
these kind of things.
So normally they touch the areas which are useful for
Them.
those public sectors,
Job
and if you
profile
face
point of
back, you have to be ready only for technical.
100% technical.
100%.
Okay.
Now in NIT anyway, this is the online counseling, and
Yes, sir.
CCMT does not require any interview.
Yes, sir.
And BTech percentage is required 60% for general and OBC,
Yes, sir.
and for SC ST 55%. For IITs also, IITs want either 6.5 CGPA or 60% marks in the BTech, except IIT Madras and IIT Kanpur and ISC Bangalore. Now my question is that in IITs, which IITs conduct the interview after the GATE score and which take directly?
I want to add, sir, IIT Delhi has last year made 75% compulsory.
Okay, in BTech.
In
BTech aggregate.
Aggregate
And
75% has to be
Yes,
there.
sir.
Okay.
So, and coming on to your question, sir, in IIT Kanpur, the interdisciplinary courses, they take interviews also. But from now, because of the COPE, Common Offer Acceptance Portal, they have started taking from directly through GATE scores. The interdisciplinary will be taking interviews.
Okay.
In
But-
IIT Roorkee also, the
Yes.
same case is there. Like water resource, they used to take interviews, and other
But
directly through GATE
I discussed yesterday with one student who was in electrical engineering in IIT Kanpur. He was telling they called for the written exam, then they followed for the interview,
For the
and then
interview.
finally they took. So in civil engineering, if you go through your AP, and it is combined counseling without interview, or there is shortlisting on the basis of the GATE score, and then they call for interview.
in some of the courses, they might be
Courses.
taking objective exam, or even the conventional exam will be there,
Okay.
and then the interview will be there in those courses. Not all the courses, sir.
Not on.
IIT Bombay is one of those,
One of those.
IITs where they have
IIT Bombay,
this-
Kanpur.
Yes. Kanpur is obviously there because they are calling a lot of candidates, and then based on the written score and interview,
I think
they are
it is
doing
good
the
opportunity for those who have performed average in the GATE,
relatively,
but they have
yes,
talent.
Yes, relatively
Right.
less. That's true.
There are many students who are not expecting good rank or a good score in GATE 19, and still they are looking for the admission in the MTech courses.
Yes, sir.
So what are the options for such students? If the score is less, or some students who are unable to qualify GATE?
Yes, sir. So it does not matter if score is less. So if they have the purpose of qualifying the ESE next year, they want to continue their preparation, they should definitely go for NITs. And while considering the NITs, they should consider the branches as well. The branch should not have so much of burden that they don't get time for the preparation. So the branches can be hydrological engineering, water resource engineering, transportation also. So in this, the burden is not that much. And the second thing they should consider while taking the admission, that the Medici center should be nearby, because in the ESE we need offline test series. So I should prefer like NIT Bhopal, NIT Allahabad, NIT Jaipur, NIT this Jaipur. 3 NITs are there, but in NIT Allahabad we don't have any coaching center nearby. But in NIT Jaipur we are having the Medici center nearby. So we should go for that center where we can get help from the coaching centers as well. And we
This
should,
is for those who are planning to prepare for the engineering services.
for the engineering services.
In fact, this is most of the sincere students targeting for the
Yes, sir.
engineering services.
They are targeting.
So I'd like to add here, the question was those who are not able to get a very good GATE score or they don't qualify in GATE. For them, there are some institutes who are
Conducting the separate
They are
exam.
conducting their own separate exam. Like
BITS Pilani.
BITS Pilani is one of
Then
those.
Jadavpur University is
Jadavpur
there, then
University is
triple
there,
ITs
then
are also
triple
there.
ITs,
However,
but
triple
they
ITs
don't
offer
offer
the
the
courses which
CCMT
are...
also and itself also.
Right.
That's it.
So there are opportunity, even your GATE score is not good, you have still chance to take the admission in MTech. And one thing is important. First, you take a call whether you should join MTech or not.
Yes, sir.
That's
in
more
case
important.
in case your ultimate aim is to go in PSUs and IITs, PSUs and IES, and if this year your score is not good, you may continue your preparation. But that also depends ki what is your gap, how much already you have consumed time in preparation. Sometimes 2 years, 3 years gap becomes very difficult to answer in the interview, especially
Yes,
in
sir.
public sectors.
आपको एमटेक करते हुए टाइम का मैनेजमेंट बहुत बेहतरीन तरीके से करना होगा, बिकॉज आपकी क्लासेस चलेंगी अराउंड 5 to 6 आवर्स. आपको कभी कभी लैब भी जाना पड़ सकता है, और दे माइट बी केसेस कि आपको टीचिंग असाइनमेंट भी दिया जा सकता है. कुछ ब्रांचेस ऐसी होती हैं, आप सीनियर से पता कीजिए, अपने फ्रेंड से पता कीजिए, जहाँ पे आपके लैब्स होते हैं, आपके कोर्स टूर्स होते हैं यहाँ तक कि. तो अगर आप उसमें जाते हैं तो सोच के जाइए कि आपको प्लेसमेंट चाहिए, जॉब चाहिए, प्रिपरेशन करनी है. तो
Right.
बी माइंडफुल ऑफ दैट.
Few years back, we have seen like Delhi Development Authority. They also recruited on the basis of GATE scorecard. Recently, for the electrical engineers, we have seen the West Bengal
There has been
Electricity
a-
Board and Haryana Electricity Board. They have also
Haryana.
notified on the basis of GATE scorecard.
Yes.
GATE definitely is becoming important year by year. And apart from PSUs, the state engineering services have also started recruiting on the basis of GATE. Not in all cases, but in certain cases. Now, when some of these students are interested to move abroad for the courses of MS or MTech,
Even research.
even research.
Even research.
So GATE provides you opportunity in some of the foreign universities, including the National University Singapore and NTU Singapore. These are the two in Singapore. And then you have the RWH Aachen, Germany, and then Technical University Munich, Germany. So these are the institutions which allow the GATE scorecard.
They give favorable consideration to a good GATE score and academics, followed by the recommendation letters
letter.
from your
It matters.
referees. Yes.
Right. So in case you are looking forward for the research from foreign university, you can apply in these colleges also. GATE is the gateway for the many opportunities. When we summarize research organizations like CSIR and BARC.
And BRC.
Right.
Yes.
Bhabha Atomic Research Center takes on the basis of GATE scorecard
score.
also, and
And online exam.
online
That's
separate exam
alternative
also in
available.
case you don't have
Yes.
you have not performed well in GATE, you have still chance
You
to
can.
apply laterally. And CSIR again for the junior research fellowship program, either on the basis of GATE or on the basis of NET. So
GATE or
GATE
NET.
becomes
GATE becomes
More
very
important.
Very important.
important, right?
Yes.
So year by year we have seen this. Now the one question for every student: should I join MTech or not? Then what criteria he should consider while taking the decision?
Sir, there are lies, there are damn lies, and there is statistics.
So let us go on statistics.
बात क्या हो जाती है सर एंड में कि आपको क्या चाहिए.
हाँ.
if you want to prepare for engineering services, just analyze, just find out which branch in which IIT gives me the maximum amount of time to study.
Okay.
In short,
Right.
Yes, sir.
if you want to prepare, but if you are slightly inclined towards research, which in my view is a very best opportunity,
Opportunity is best, but the
But it is
choices
time-taking.
are rare.
choices are rare. It
Hard
is
work
hardly.
is also more.
Hard work.
and
Patience
lot of
is
patience
required,
is
lot of
required.
patience.
You have to be till 30, 32 that you'll be earning a decent amount of money. But if you are going for high research in abroad, so choose any IIT, just pursue it.
ISC,
ISC or IITs.
So one thing is clear that if you have a mindset of going for research, the college should be good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Either ISC or IITs, otherwise the foreign universities.
That's right.
Right. And the second, if you are looking for the industry, the placement from IITs and top class NITs are equally good. Right. Trichy,
Comparable.
Warangal, Suratpur,
Yeah, fairly
Rourkela,
comparable.
these
Yes.
are also equally good. And if you are looking for the preparation for the civil services or engineering services, or next time you want to attempt for the PSUs, then you look forward for those colleges and those courses where you can get the time for study.
Yes,
sir.
of course.
Sir, for such colleges, NITs are more good, I should say.
NITs are
Yes,
good.
sir. Because the course burden is less than the IITs, and we can get more spare time for our preparation in NITs.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Because civil engineers are fond of the government and public sector jobs, and that provides the very versatile job and lot of diversity in the work field. Because in private sectors there is limitation in diversity, right? So this was the discussion for the civil engineers. In case you want any support from us, we will definitely help you. And after the GATE results, we will conduct the post-gate counseling session. You can interact one-to-one, and we will also conduct the PSU interview guidance and the support for the MTech courses. Whether it is the personality classes, HR classes, technical support, or the mock interviews, you can definitely take our guidance. And not only in Delhi center, but in other centers of MediG also, the interview support will be provided. And MediG is one of the best preferred organizations for the engineers. And if you are looking for any support in future, we are eager to help you. This year, first time we are launching GATE 70 days courses for those who are undergraduate students pursuing their BTech in second or third year. During these semester breaks in summer, for the 70 days course, you can join the MediG courses either in Delhi or in Hyderabad centers. And I definitely hope it will be very useful for the GATE 2020 or GATE 2021. Right. So thank you, everybody. Keep on watching the series of the post-grade admission guide, and MediG brings time to time lot many videos for the different exams. Thank you.